Guys, Les English here with Les English Makeup and more. I had to have some brainwave stuff done. I'm having where I'm doing these sessions where they kind of reposition your brain. I can put the fancy name below for you guys, but this is called brainwave mapping. So long story short, because of that, I have large clumps of EG glue in my hair. And for those of you that know, I have natural curly hair. I had straightened it to make it easier for this, so I am going to do a tutorial on how to get this out of your hair safely, as well as how to wash your curls, and then we'll kind of do a couple series where we go step by step for you how to fix it. So you're going to be joining me in the bathtub, PG of course. You want to try to lightly brush around the area. It's pretty thick, so I'm not going to be able to get most of it out. I use, a lot of you know that I am a rep for Boss2Gall hair products. So this is the Cell Renewal, and it's oil based. I'm going to put about 6 squirts in my hand, and I'm going to actually do like a double thing. I'm going to put some around the area. It helps with hair thickness, and it's like a sunscreen for your hair. For those, it's very important if you have straight hair, because this is going to take all the parabens and sulfates out of your hair, that you want to use this to protect your hair and give it nourishment. So we're gonna get started. Okay, so I've dampened my hair, and we're going to use our Boss2Gall conditioner. You can use any conditioner. I like this conditioner personally. And first, you're going to rub this in your hair. I actually squirted some out, so it probably would have been the size of a silver dollar times 2. You want to go ahead and put this in your hair first. From what's in this stuff is glycerin, and this is actually how I deep condition my hair before I do my curls a lot of times anyways. But to get this out of your hair safely, this would have been great to know when I had my first EEG for my seizures. So I hope this helps someone else. I usually only brush my hair with a wide tooth comb, or a brush that is a wet to dry brush made for curly hair, and this one's made for thick hair. So I'm gonna wet my brush, and I'm gonna start at the bottom, and I'm going to brush through the length of my hair. And it's already starting to brush a lot smoother with the conditioner in. Here is one of the clumped areas. I asked her today what this stuff was made out of, because the ones for like a regular EEG feels like sand, because it's like a shampoo that has to strip your hair of oil. This one's more like, she was laughing, said kind of like a fish bait. It has glycerin and lipids in it so that it can penetrate the electrode down to be able to recept the brainwave while you're having the high frequency music played in your ears. All right, so right here is like a huge chunk. So because of that, I'm gonna take my wide tooth comb, and I'm gonna start at the bottom. I'm gonna use the conditioner. I'm gonna comb it out. So I'm gonna take the time to finish doing my hair. Okay, once I feel like my hair is completely combed through, and I'm able to run a comb through without major snags. I mean, you might have a couple with this stuff, but it truly is breaking it up. And this is the safest way not to damage your hair, curly or straight, but especially us curl girls. So, all right, so I'm gonna rinse, and then I'll show you how we're gonna shampoo. Liter bottles here with a pump, and you're going to do 1.5 full pumps. So I use about this much. Normally I would use half that, but just because I want to make sure and get all of this out, instead of doing a 2-step wash, which is where I wash it, rinse, and wash again, we're going to just put enough in there to where the first time I'm just going to slightly lather all over. And when I'm doing this, I kind of take my fingers and work it into the hair. So I'm not really roughing up my hair too much. I'm pulling it in it, and I'm doing like the prayer hands. And then I'm getting ready to show you, instead of putting in a second pump of the shampoo, I add water just straight from the shower or bath. I figured doing this in the bath would be a lot easier to demonstrate. And I really work the lather in this time. You're gonna see me take my finger down to the root of the hair and just lightly scrub. Enough to where I can literally stand my hair up if I wanted to. I'm just gonna let that sit for just a minute. So be back in just a second, we're gonna rinse. Right, so at this point, I've pumped out a good bit of conditioner again, probably the size of 2 silver dollars, because my hair just really needs a good treatment at this point. And so I start at the top, and I can tell like where my hair has a little dryness to it, and I want to take the prayer hand and I want to just kind of shake it into my hair. All right, and I'm going to put this in, and at this time I will let it sit for probably 5 minutes. So while I'm doing that, this is the time I would take to do all my shaving, extra stuff like that, and let my hair sit. Okay, so once your 5 minutes are up, you want to make sure that you can brush through your hair. By doing this, you're helping the conditioner to penetrate through the hair completely. All right, so you see how my brush looks? All the curls from not washing for the past 4 days are in there, and I'm going to squish to condish. I'm just gonna squish all this into my hair. All right, so I am going to let this sit, finish my bath, and I will join you guys in the next step of this series to show you how we're going to fix the hair so that it'll last and look great for the next week. All right, as always, thanks for joining. Like and subscribe our channel.